Hi, welcome to Take 5. Get ready to relax, grab water, and set an intention, and find a comfortable sitting position. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath into the belly. As a matter of fact, place your hands on the belly and feel that expanding forward on inhalation and towards the spine on exhalation. Now move the hands on the side of your belly, on the left and right, and feel the belly expand forward and also sideways. Inhale. And belly towards the spine, exhale. Imagine the air getting in, filling the bottom parts of the lungs like a pitcher with water. And notice where you're at through the breath. Now that you're a little bit more aware of the breath, was it shallower earlier? We have shallow breath, we're anxious. We have longer breath, we're more relaxed. So through the breath, you can actually control your mood. Begin relaxing the skin on the top of your head, in the scalp, and the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. Relax the eyes and the shoulders. Let the hands go and maintain that belly breath throughout the practice. If you can, if it's comfortable, elongate the exhalation. Relax the arms and the hands and the fingers. Relax the chest and the abdominals. Relax the thighs and the knees and the ankles and the calves. Relax the feet, on the top of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, the heels and the toes. Inhaling into the belly. Set an intention for the practice. It could be something for just the class, or for today, or for this week, or for this year, or from now on. Something that you want to work on, reinforcing it throughout the practice by repeating it as a session several times, many times, as many as you can remember. It's important to be in present time. For example, I am grateful. And you can choose to stay with your eyes closed or open your eyes and move into sitting with legs straight in front of you. And then use the arms for leverage as you're moving towards the toes. Expanding the backs of the legs. I think it would be better if I just reposition the camera a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Next, exhale, move towards the toes. So use like a micro pulsation with the breath. Get you a little bit deeper into the pose with each exhale. Try to relax the knees and stretching the entire length of the legs. So from the tailbone to the heels. Flex the toes towards you. And inhale yourself back up and move the feet apart like 80% both again. Flex the toes. Use the arms for leverage and then lean forward. Relax the entire length of the legs as much as you can. Relax the knees. So using the exhale to move forward. Inhale, maybe slightly back up to release. Exhale, forward, push, and keep breathing. With the left hand, begin moving towards left toes, just kind of leaning there. Okay, if you can't reach to the toes, it's just a direction, not a destination. So just towards the toes, facing forward. Try to keep the right sitting bone on the mat. Inhale yourself back up. Then lean towards the right, reaching towards the right toes. Strong core here, so no collapsing to the right or anything. You want to kind of keep the spine straight, facing forward. And back to neutral. Place the hands behind you and then move again forward. Place the hands in front of you and begin walking it forward. Use the fingertips to walk further forward. Walk the fingers towards the left. Keep the right sitting bone down. And move the fingers towards the right. Back towards the middle. And now very slowly, you need to work back very slowly because you don't want the muscles to snap right back in. Doing the big muscles, they're stubborn, so don't want to spoil all the stretching it's so far. Use the arms to place your legs together in front of you. Left leg straight, right one, the right foot on the inner left thigh. If you have to readjust the sitting bones and then move towards left toes. Concentrating on stretching the back of the left leg and flex the left toes. You can still use that micro pulsation from earlier. Inhale, straighten the spine, exhale, moving towards the toes. Just keep going with the breath this way. Inhale yourself back up and let's get the right foot all the way on the outer edge of the left thigh. Hug the right knee with your left arm and then pull the knee towards you. So straighten the spine here so you can get like a little bit more of that stretch of the leg by pulling it towards you. So you don't want to be leaning forward, you can instead use the right arm for leverage, strong straight spine, and then you keep bringing that knee towards you. Now gain a little more length in the spine by pushing the right hand towards the mat, and then begin turning towards the right into a twist, and also keep pulling the leg towards. Notice that the breath becomes a little restricted once you start twisting the rib cage. So maybe force it in all the way down to the bottom of the belly. Forward the right shoulder if you have already. The neck is part of the spine. So we're twisting the spine and we continue to twist through the neck. But always keep the length of the spine first and then the direction of the twist. So if the twist is compensating the length of the spine, then back up on the twist. As long as you're with a very long spine. You can unwind very slowly, just keep the length of the spine. We'll switch the legs, so right leg forward, straight, and then left one, left foot on the inner right thigh. Moving towards the toes. Knee checks down, getting closer and closer towards the toes of the right leg. Flex the right toes. Does that leg feel different than the other one? This is one of those poses that will really show you differences between the sides, and it's normal. So no judgment there, just notice. When you have enough of that length in the spine, back out in the pose. Let's get the left foot all the way across on the outer edge of the right thigh. And then prop yourself up with the left hand and pull right knee towards you with your right arm. And breathe. Maybe even lean back a little bit so you can bring the right knee towards you more, the left knee, I'm sorry. And then focus up with the left arm as you are twisting towards the left. Eventually, the head is going to look towards behind the left shoulder. Breathe. Very slowly unwinding. Always keep the length of the spine as you exit the pose. It's a good idea to inhale when you're exiting any pose. That's going to help you keep the spine straight, and also whatever part you stretch to be still stretched and not go right back in. So let's place the feet in front of us about like a foot distance. Heels together, and then the knees are moving into the direction of the earth. Lean forward, try to keep the spine straight. Use the elbows to help the knees go lower. Notice differences between the sides. Again, you can definitely, if you do have differences, this is another pose that will expose those. Leaning forward and pushing with the elbows lower and lower. I want you to curve the spine. Maybe grab where your toes are and cup your hands there on top of each other. And then begin curving the spine, moving in the direction of the feet with the forehead. We breathe on the backs of the lungs and notice differences in the spine muscles on the back. And when you're ready, begin lifting yourself up and then find your way into maybe left knee forward, right leg straight back into pigeon. Take your time transitioning between the poses. So no snaring yourself in any pose. It's more like sneaking in and then letting out, more like sneaking out. No snaring in, letting out. So you don't hurt yourself. And then find your way, maybe walking the hands into lowering yourself. Move the hands forward, maybe even thread the needle with the right arm underneath the left. Breathe. This one is a great time for us to come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it 3 times in your head. Or out loud. Very slowly and thread the needle. Next one, getting out of here and placing both feet straight in front of you with about shoulder distance between the feet, moving towards the toes. So in this one, you can already, since we're already stretched, you can have your hands in front of you or even reaching towards the feet. And then move forward to the face, and forward and forward and forward. And at some point, where you can't go any more forward, begin lowering the face towards in between the feet. Also imagine I walk behind you and I press right in the middle of your spine, moving you more towards the ground with the chest. Flex the toes. Notice if you're flexing the toes, whether there's differences between the backs of the 2 legs. Just notice, no judgment. Begin lifting up very slowly and eventually finding our way into vision on the other side. So right knee forward, left leg down. Sneaking into the pose, remember no standing. So maybe walking hands forward. If you like, you need extra stretch in this one. Maybe thread the needle with the left arm and then in the right. Very slowly. Begin and threading the needle if you are threading it, and then walk the hands towards you, find yourself into lifting up, hopefully on inhalation. Legs in front of you again. Okay. Let's go over. This is Zoe. Moving towards the feet. And maybe again, reach towards the toes. Find length in the spine and lower yourself. Inhale yourself back up and place the left knee forward, kind of like for a pigeon. Have both of your sitting bones on the mat and get the right foot across up on the outer edge of the left thigh. And then just make sure both of the sitting bones are really on the mat. Because this one, right sitting bone wants to go up, but instead just like sit. You know, it's not the most comfortable pose. It's really not one of my favorites, but that's because I need it. And so if something is not comfortable for you, send the breath there. If you're capable of sustaining it, you're okay. Just push a little bit the boundary. If it's super uncomfortable, can't breathe, then back up. So feet are a little bit further away from you. The knees are kind of stuck in. And for me, this is really hard. So some people can really stuck their knees real good. My legs are super tight all the time. So we don't want to quite stop. But the important part is to keep both of your sitting bones on your mouth. Straighten the spine. Inhale, hands above the head, and move the right forward and the left one towards you into the middle or have yourself if ego is difficult. Moving the elbows down and hands forward. Relax both shoulders. In this one, many of the times the right shoulder wants to go up. Instead, relax both shoulders. And then move the chin towards the chest. If you can, if it's doable, begin carving the top part of the spine. Spacing on the shoulder blades. Inhale your hands above the head and then float them down with the palms up. Breathe. And rotate with palms down. Keep rotating palms towards the back. Palms forward. Palms back up. Notice differences between the arms. Inhale, hands above the head, interlace fingers, and then keep the pointer fingers together straight. Extending really good from the sitting bones to the crown of the head to the fingertips. Remember, the neck is a beautiful continuation of the spine, so try to tuck in the chin to prolong the spine versus like, hinging forward. Straight face. See if you can move the arms a little bit towards behind the ears. Can you still breathe fully? Breath goes all the way to the bottom of the lungs, then expands forward on inhale and towards the spine on exhale. Now back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it 3 times in your head in present time. Begin lowering the hands in front of you, strong straight spine still. And then keep the shoulder blades spaced out and the shoulders relaxed. And now let's make our way into spreading the legs. Spread the legs about 80% of what we can. Just a sec. So 80% of what we can, and then moving forward with the hands. Walking the hands forward. And breathe. Curve the spine here and maybe moving the face towards the ground. Slowly begin walking the hands towards you, and then just make sure that the muscles does not run back in. Always very slow, especially when you're dealing with big muscles like on the legs. Moving the right knee forward. Keep both of the sitting bones on the mat, and then the left foot goes on to the outer edge of the right thigh, just like what we did on the other side. That might feel very different than the other side. Feet are a little bit far apart from you. As long as you keep both of your sitting bones on the mat, you're fine. Notice if there are any areas that are just screaming, and send the breath there. Oh. Inhaling the hands on two sides, far away from the heart center. Get the left one in front, right one towards you, and wrap them around into an eagle pose, or just find yourself if you have big biceps and it's hard to do the eagle pose. Moving the elbows down and then the arms lowering. And then tuck the chin towards the chest. Relax the shoulders, spacing out the shoulder blades. We keep breathing. Let's just remember that I forgot to do something with the sound here in the meeting. Enable the original sound. Hopefully the sound is good. Keep breathing in eagle pose.
Can you hear me?
It's super noisy. Now it's better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much. Anyway, back to the pose. Right? Little camera malfunction here. Alrighty. So back to where we were. I think it was we were in eagle pose. You can just unwrap the hands and spread them apart, far away from the heart center. Palms are up towards the sky. And then arms down. Then begin rotation here in this one. So the goal here is to move the fingertips far from the heart center possible while rotating. So now keep that rotation and still keep sending the breath into the belly. And begin floating the hands up. Keep the rotation. Try to go straight up and not forward and up, but straight up. So you're far away from the heart center, left and right, as you're elevating the arms and you keep rotating the wrists. And then float them back down. And when you're ready, we're gonna transition into hero pose, or sitting on the heels, on the feet, like so. So in this one, try not to stick the butt part, but instead tuck in the tailbone, strong straight spine, and the hands are moving kind of towards the ground, but far away from the crown of the head. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Not too much, just a little bit enough to where it's straight. The neck is a continuation of the spine. Left ear towards the left shoulder. And begin to wiggle the fingers. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Once again, left ear towards the left shoulder. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep the right ear towards the right shoulder as you move in the chin towards the chest. And then circling forward and then towards the left. And the same thing. Chin is tucked and then moving forward, circling towards the right. Keep wiggling the fingers. Once again towards the left. Notice differences between the sides. If there's anything that's more tense than the other side, then spend more time there and breath. More time and more breath. Face straight and look towards your right. Keep wiggling the fingers. See if you can be straighter with the head. So many of the times we look towards the right and it will look like this. Instead, face is straight towards the right. Look towards the left. Keep wiggling the fingers. belly forward. So this next one, maybe spread a little bit the knees from each other, like a couple of fists, and then tuck the tailbone. And then walk the hands behind you. Move the feet from under you on the two sides, and then begin lowering. Now for this one, watch out. You want to be keeping the tailbone tucked, and any sensation in the knees, you want to not go further, but stay there where you're at. And breathe. In this one, you want to try not to arch the back too much. Keep it in check. Relax the legs. Try to relax the quads as much as possible. Because if they are tight, maybe back up. Because if they're tight, they're gonna pull on the spine muscles, and then your lower back will be getting a toll on. So instead, you want to really relax the quads and then sneaking into the pose with relaxed quads. For me today, this is probably more than enough. When it comes to lowering, some days I'm all the way on the ground. Each day we're in different bodies. And just meet yourself where you're at. Breathe. When you're ready, slowly exiting with inhalation. And then moving to your hands and knees into tabletop. Fingertips are spread. Sit on the feet and then begin elongating the arms forward, walking them far away from the sitting bones. So it is a resting pose, but it's also kind of active, especially if you keep moving the fingertips and walking them away from you. And walk towards the left with the hands. Walk towards the right with the hands. Back towards the middle. Breathe. Hear the breath is on the backs of the lungs. Repeat your intention from the beginning of the class 3 times in present time. And when you're ready, lifting back up into tabletop. So right now, the way you are in tabletop, move the the hands exactly the opposite direction with the fingertips pointed back towards you. Right. Very slowly begin leaning back. Notice any kind of sensation that is like either tingling or anything uncomfortable, or maybe the wrists are feeling different. Just notice, don't judge, but also monitor the breath. Are both wrists having the same range of motion here when you're leaning back? Breathe. Leaning forward, and we're going to switch the position of the hands with fingertips pointed towards you, but with the palms up this time. So just switch. And the same thing, we're going to lean back very slowly. Maybe not as much back as the other one. And when you're ready to exit, get back into tabletop, and then from there, walk forward, and then place the feet above and the knees above shoulder distance. And place your hands into the hips. Tuck the tailbone. Strong core, and we'll lean back. Relax the shoulders. And maybe at some point, reach towards the heels. And if it's difficult to reach towards the heels, switch to where, like, instead of being on top of your feet, move the ball of the feet like so. So it's going to make the foot a little bit closer towards you. And then lean back. And then reach for the heels. Or not. Breathe. I like this one to be on the ball of my feet, especially if I wear heels a lot. It's a really good one. And so it's a heart chakra opening. So it's a great time for your intention from the beginning of the class. Repeat it 3 times in your head. Strong core as you're exiting. Then find your way to the ground. And hug the knees towards the chest. Moving left and right, massaging the spine. And then place the feet on the mat about a foot apart from your sitting bones. And then arms are planted with the palms down. Move the shoulder blades towards each other and then lift for a bridge. Breathe. Very slowly, one over at a time, lower yourself and eventually hug the knees towards the chest. Moving left and right. Move the knees away from the chest so you can incorporate more of the lower back. And keep moving left and right, massaging the spine, the lower back in this case. And place the feet again on the same spot where they were. And this time, maybe interlace your hands underneath once you get into a bridge pose. And lift up a little higher. You could choose to unleash the interlation of the hands, if is this a word even, and then step on top of your hands with the palms up, and then you can lift even higher. Breathe. Very slowly, one vertebra at a time, lowering. Hug the knees. Move the knees away from you and then hold them with the hands as you're making circles with the knees. So imagine the knees are drawing a circle, both of them. And then change the direction. Hang the knees towards the chest and move them towards the left. Extend right arm up and to the right. Twisting, and here general rule of the thumb is every time you're in a twist, your rib cage is all restricted because it's all twisted, right? So you want to send the breath forcibly even, all the way down. Inhale the knees towards the chest. Now we're going to drop the knees towards the right. Elevate the left arm and behind. Breath is going all the way down. Inhaling knees towards the chest, moving left and right. Massaging the entire length of the spine. From shoulder blade to shoulder blade. The back of the neck. The lower back, the middle back. Begin relaxing the feet. Straight legs, feet apart from each other. Palms up towards the sky, and then move the shoulder blades kind of like underneath you, and then tuck the chin towards the chest so you can elevate the spine and neck at the same time. And begin relaxing, this time from the toes going up. So relax the toes and the bottoms of the heels and feet and the tops of the feet. Relax the ankles and calves. Relax the knees and the thighs. Relax the sitting bones, the abs. Relax the chest. Go back to where you came from with the toes and notice if there are any areas that are still tight. Sometimes we have a lingering thought that is connected to a group of muscles. Just kind of gently scan from the toes going up the legs to the abs. Notice if any areas. Just tell them to relax. That's all you need to do. Relax. Relax the chest and the shoulders. Relax the shoulder blades and the arms. Relax the hands. Relax the pinky fingers and then the ring fingers and then middle fingers. Relax the pointer fingers and the thumbs. Once again, relax the entire length of the arms. Relax the neck and the throat inside and outside. Relax the jaw and forehead. Relax the scalp. And then feel how you have circulation going on throughout the entire body. It's kind of like a vibration. Not kind of like, but it is. So feeling the circulation. Getting oxygen to all the cells, causing them to function properly in the most efficient, healthy way. When you're ready, begin wiggling the fingers and maybe making circles with the feet. Extend the arms above the head, far away from the heels. Find your way to one side, left or right. Strong, straight spine, inhale yourself up. These dogs are ridiculous. Hands above the head and to the heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you have a beautiful day. I will see you next time. Bye.